Hey guys, it's Mooty here, and today we're back with a Wi-Fi battle. I know it's been a while, so if you guys enjoy these battles, feel free to leave a like. Let me know that I still have the skill to do battles because I kind of took a hiatus as I was working on my Lugia costume. So what other way to celebrate bringing back Wi-Fi battles than an Ubers battle? Because Ubers is one tier that I love, but I have not had a chance to do a lot of. So I'm going against Kevin today, and his channel will be in the description. And I think for leads, I'm running the same team I used to run. It was like the Kyogre, Dialga, Xerneas, Landorus. Landorus is a good lead. I love the Landorus lead because it gives me a good chance just U-turn out. And I also have Lum on it in case of any statuses. Plus, I can also set up Stealth Rock, which is always really useful to have. Especially because he's got Yveltal there, which is going to take a decent amount from rocks. And potentially any Pokemon that might have Focus Sash. So, the only thing that I have to watch out for is the Greninja. If Greninja comes in, then I have to be wary of him killing off Landorus with like a water type attack. So we're gonna lead out with Landorus over here, and then I'm gonna enter everything else. You know, it's been a while since I've done a singles battle because I've just been doing a lot of VGC to kind of prep for any upcoming premiere events. So don't worry, there will be VGC coming to the channel. Don't worry about that at all. And hopefully you guys enjoy this battle. I actually got a lot of Ubers Pokemon and a lot of Little Cup Pokemon, so I am excited to bring those two tiers back to this channel. So he actually leads off with the Yveltal, which isn't that bad. I believe Yveltal though it might have the option for Willow. I might be wrong. I know it at least gets Foul Play, Roost, and it's pretty bulky. So I'm gonna set up my Stealth Rock here, cause if he does have, okay, he just U-turns out, he doesn't have Willow or anything like that. I get a bit confused with those. So he's going to U-turn out, and that's going to give me a chance to set up Stealth Rocks. At least it's going to make sure that he takes some residual damage the next time he wants to come in, because Yveltal is a flying type. So it does take a decent amount of damage from it. And now it depends on what he's going to bring in. And guys, I know this live battle stuff is just a bit... it's a bit weird doing it again after just not doing it for like a month, but I really do apologize. I'm gonna try and bring, Wi-Fi battles every day. Insurgence is coming, do not worry. So he's gonna bring in his Arceus. It's the fairy type one. Judging by the color, it's probably the Pixie Plate one. Now, what I want to do against, usually they carry like Calm Mind, Judgment, Recover, Willow. So I know for a fact Arceus can get Willow. Now it's a matter of whether or not I want to use my Lumberry now, and I could U-turn out, I could Earthquake, or I could just flat out switch out, and I could go into something that's not going to care too much about Willow, like Dialga wouldn't care too much about Willow, plus, it wouldn't care, much about taking a fairy type attack either. So I'm actually going to go into Dialga, because I do have Steel type attack on it as well. The only thing, like I said, I have to watch out for is him setting up Calm Minds, which would be a huge issue that I do not want to deal with. So he's actually going to start setting up Calm Minds, which that's what I was fearing, because my Dialga is a special attacker, which means I am going to have some problems here. Naturally, though, I kind of just got to go for the Flash Cannon and get the most damage output, see how much it's going to do. Even though he's at +1, I kind of got to hope that it at least leaves him like with half so he doesn't recover stall or something like that. So he's actually going to withdraw the Arceus. He's scared of the Arceus, and he's going to send out the Greninja, which it might take it decently, but I mean Greninja is pretty frail, so I don't know if he's actually going to take it that well, because it is coming from a Dialga. It does have, it's a 2-hit KO. I do have to fear a low kick though, in which case I'm actually going to go into my Giratina here on the off chance he wants to low kick. If he wants to go for something like Ice Beam expecting Lando, then I mean then we have some issues here that I'm going to have to watch out for. So I've got pressure, and then he's going to go for the low kick. It does not affect me because I'm a ghost type. So the only thing here that I'm worried about is the Ice Beam. So I actually want to use this opportunity to get my Kyogre in safely and just do a double switch. Kyogre is also scarfed, so I don't remember if I run Modest or Timid, but if I run the Timid one, it should outspeed the Greninja. Assuming he just wants to go for the Ice Beam here. And then I'm in a pretty decent spot if I'm Scarf because I have the Water Spout, but he's actually going to withdraw the Greninja. Depending on what he goes into here, Groudon, that's actually really good because his Groudon comes in first. He's going to get his weather up first before I'm able to get my weather up. And he's actually running the Omega one, the Omega one, the Mega one, which you know what I'm trying to say. I'm not running the Mega Kyogre, so sorry, but I am running a Scarf one, which does carry a signature attack though, mainly because I wanted to try it out. But because my Kyogre is gonna come in here, oh, never mind, because I'm regular Kyogre. I'm regular Kyogre, and I totally forgot about that. Okay. Did not go as well as I expected it to, and that's my computer over there going off, so I apologize. We're taking, you know, a minor thing there. Now in terms of attacks, I can't go for any water attacks. That's the problem with me not having the Primal Kyogre here. I could go for the Ice Beam. I was just thinking in terms of what Groudon can do, but I'm actually thinking I'm just gonna go for the Ice Beam here and try and get as much damage off on this Groudon as I can, which is actually not that much. And now he's gonna go for a Rock Polish, and we're in some trouble. Now Groudon usually tends to be physical, so I think in order to be safe here, I kind of want to go into Lando, get an Intimidate off on him, and that's what we're gonna do now. I'm gonna go into my Landorus, hopefully get an Intimidate off on him, and then that will lessen the blow of the Mega Groudon hitting me. Yeah. So it doesn't affect me there. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, that worked out right. That worked out perfectly fine, actually. I'm really happy about that turn. Now, I'm actually thinking about going for Earthquake here. The only thing that I remember him having that flies is Yveltal. Whether or not he wants to actually switch into it, I'm not sure. I don't know if I want to take the chance of that either, because he's got a Rock Polish up. Although Groudon still has a decent amount of health left, I could just straight up go and Earthquake here. So the thing is, in the back of my mind, I'm like, I feel like Yveltal is coming in, so really quick I'm gonna see what I have to deal with Yveltal. I actually don't have that much for Yveltal. Like, I just really feel like Yveltal is coming in to avoid the Earthquake. So I'm going for the Stone Edge. No, he goes for the Fire Punch. That's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt Lando a lot. Oh, well, that was a critical hit. That's why I hurt Lando that much. Well, because he, that's really unfortunate. I actually really want to preserve the Landorus for the Intimidate, and I almost want to predict him to know that I'm going to go into Kyogre and go for the ground type attack, but I feel like it's way too risky for him, so he may not actually do that. So actually, a decent switch into that would be Giratina right now. Giratina would actually, I don't think it would take a lot from that because Giratina is really, really bulky. And same thing with the fire type attack. He's at -1, even though it is in the sun, it would not do that much. I predicted that one for the Stone Edge. Although Giratina still took that like a champ. Giratina took that like a champ. Wow. I'm actually really impressed with that. So, the thing here, though, is Giratina's got Willow. I could burn... Can I burn this thing? He's only... No, because I think he actually becomes a fire type, so I cannot burn this thing. The best thing I can do is Dragon Tail this thing. Barring Arceus coming in, Dragon Tail is, you know, the best option I have to do against this thing right now. So... he's thinking about it. He actually withdraws. This is where he goes into the freaking fairy type the fairy type Arceus. Oh no, he actually goes into Yveltal. I'm actually happy about that because he takes the stealth rock damage. He's gonna get Dragon Tailed right out. Now the question is, what is gonna come in now that he's Dragon Tailed out? That actually did a decent amount. Like, he's at half now. I have to prevent him from roosting. Hey, look, Groudon's back. Groudon is back. So he takes some stealth rock damage. He's got the Desolate Land, which the thing is, it's not that good. It's not that much in my favor because the -1 heal is gone now, which is unfortunate. But his rock polish is also gone. I'm almost thinking he wants to go into Xerneas. Not Xerneas, but the fairy type Arceus. So I actually think if he wants to go into fairy type Arceus, fine. If he wants to stay in, then I think I'm gonna actually sack off my Landorus here, get the Intimidate off, and then we're going to try and deal with Groudon from there, because then I could just send in Kyogre. I've got the upper hand having the Scarf, unless he goes for the rock polish again. But he actually goes for the blades again, which ended up working out really fine for Landorus. Because he doesn't have the rock polish, he probably is going to die here. I really don't see him switching out to Yveltal or anything, so I'm actually going to go for the Earthquake here. And hopefully that's going to take out Groudon at this point, because yes, and it's super effective. So I mean, I could have done that in the first place, but part of me was like, I'm doing the over prediction game, and it just doesn't work out for you sometimes. So Landorus is going to sit here. It's pretty good. I mean, if I want to preserve Landorus still, I can, because rocks aren't up. I can easily switch out Landorus if I want to save him for another physical attacker, but he actually brings in Yveltal. I have to question whether or not he's Scarfed at this point with the way he's switching in, but honestly, to be safe, I'm just going for the Stone Edge here. No, he actually goes for Dark Pulse, and he's a special Yveltal, so that's going to kill me. But because, I mean, he's shown the U-turn, he's Dark Pulsed. He's Life Orb. There! That answers our question. He's actually Life Orb. I could kill him off with a Scizor right here. And then, I'm thinking of what else he has on his team. Because Groudon's gone, I mean, I'm not scared of the fire. I could, like, Scizor, or I can go into Kyogre. I can get the Rain up. I can go for Water Spouts. I actually think that's the better option right now. I'm going to go into Kyogre and go for the Water Spouts. Water Spout literally decimates anything, and now I'm free to get the Drizzle up. I have Rain on my side as well. In case I want to go into Dialga, I can get, 100% accurate Thunders as well. So, assuming he doesn't have Sucker Punch on this thing, which, I mean, he might be mixed and have Sucker Punch, but I'm gonna go for the Water Spout. It's the highest damage output, but he has Sucker Punch. Hopefully it doesn't. Oh, that's still. I should have gone for the other. That did way more than I was expecting it to, and unfortunately I locked myself into Sucker Punch here. I wanted to lock myself into the other Water type move that I can't pronounce. The signature move of the Kyogre that you get in the Ruby and Sapphire games, but Mewtwo comes out. I'm thinking that Mewtwo, if it's Mega X, the thing is, I wish I had Landorus just land a nice Intimidate on this thing right now. I could predict the fighting type attack and go into Xerneas here, which I think is probably the better option right now, even though I really don't want to be switching Xerneas into attacks. Or if he is still, I can also actually go into Giratina. Giratina is the better option unless he happens to be special, then I kind of got to watch out for that. But the thing is, he's already got a physical Groudon. He had a mixed Yveltal. So I almost want to believe this is physical. It is actually physical, because I think the physical set is actually slightly better than the special set because he can carry bulk up. So I'm gonna go into here, and depending on he goes for the bulk up, the one thing that I'm scared of him potentially having is a substitute which would block a Willow. Right now I really want to go for Willow, but I know they can carry they could carry Ice Punch, but Giratina is so physically bulky. My best option right now is just Will-O-Wisp this thing and try and cripple it. So I'm going to attempt to do that. Goes for the Zen Head, but he doesn't have an Ice Punch. For some reason, I thought they could have carried Ice Punch, but it's still, even at +1, does not do that much. We're going to cripple him with Willow. He cannot really harm Giratina anymore. I love this thing. He's so freaking bulky, and I love him. Slowly, Mewtwo is going to take residual damage. The only thing that Giratina can really do right now is just continue Dragon Tailing things out. However, because Mewtwo isn't really a threat right now, I kind of want to switch out. And I can't really go for Dragon Tail because I feel like he knows my only attack is Dragon Tail. He might want to try and go into his Arceus, so he doesn't, but I went into my Scizor on the off chance he predicted the Dragon Tail and decided to go into Arceus there because Giratina really cannot take special attacks at all. It's mostly a physical attacker, but either way, the Scizor took the Zen Head, but decently. So this actually is not choice banded. I have the Swords Dance and Bullet Punch combo. I'm just trying to think if there's anything Mewtwo can really hit me with, like surprise me with maybe like a fighting type, not fighting type, but a fire type attack. Like I know at the very least he has close combat. That I know for a fact. Or at least, you know, some fighting type attack. I think it's close combat. So the only problem is that I'm not sure. I think in order to be safe, I'm gonna Roost. If I go for, okay, he's got Drain Punch. The thing is, if I went for, oh, that still does a lot. Oh, because that was a critical hit. Okay. I'm like, Scizor, you should be bulkier than that. But the Roost, okay, I get some health back. Assuming, you know, we don't get any more annoying crits, we're all right. The only thing is he's also getting back health, which really annoys me. He might see this as an opportunity to try and bulk up, so I'm actually gonna Swords Dance here. This one should not do as much because well, it did slightly less. I was actually expecting a little bit less, but I went for the Swords Dance here because he is at +1. I can't. I really don't even think a Bullet Punch from here would kill. But we're gonna try and get the highest damage output we can. Yeah, this thing is bulky. He actually just went for the Rock Slide to kill me off, risking those misses, but now I know he's got the Rock Slide. But I do know that I could bring Kyogre in. I could lock myself into the Water type attack and be okay there. I could get the Drizzle back as well, just for, you know, extra assurance that I guess I won't be weak to Fire type attacks. Plus I'll have 100% Thunders in the rain. So I'm actually okay. I'm gonna go get my Drizzle up, and then we're gonna. I actually have not used Origin Pulse in a battle yet, so I'm gonna go for Origin Pulse right now just to see what it looks like. Honestly, just for the animation, because that is the coolest animation, and it's gonna kill Mewtwo off. Just dead, decimated. It's okay. Kyogre is just like, I'm gonna take care of everything. I'm gonna kill like Kyogre is literally one of my favorite. Okay, and then Lugia comes in, and then this is where Lugia comes in with the multi-scales. And actually, he doesn't have multi-scale because we broke that. So I'm actually gonna stay in here in Origin Pulse, kinda stacking up Kyogre here, trying to get as much damage on this Lugia as possible. Oh, apparently this attack misses. I didn't know this attack misses, but I don't want to kill Lugia, man. I've actually got my Lugia head sitting over there. Guys, by the way, I'm going to have at least one battle in my costume. It's just gonna be the head and the arms, but I'm gonna have one battle in my costume. Don't worry, I didn't just make that costume. I'm not gonna narrate in it. Oh man, this is where the miss mattered. I could have taken the Lugia out here, but I mean, it is what it is. It happens. So to try and come back from that, what I could do is I've got Xerneas, which has the Thunderbolt. That will definitely kill it from that range. Or I can go to Dialga. The only thing, Dialga is pretty slow, so I actually think since Xerneas is my most offensive Pokemon now, I'm just going to go into Xerneas. I'm going to get the Thunderbolt off. I don't think he has any ground types, and this is where he has ground types. I know he's got an Arceus in the back, but that's about as much as I can remember. But I'm just going to straight up go for a Thunderbolt and kill this thing because he actually outspeeds me. But does not do a lot at all. That I actually could have had a chance to set up a Geomancy, but with a full health Arceus in the back, I really didn't think that it would have mattered much. So he's got, okay, Greninja was his last, I forgot about that, but Gong Shot incoming. Gong Shot is so incoming. So I mean, yeah, unless he predicts the switch in and goes for the low kick, and Dialga's kind of screwed, but I'm like, Gong Shot is so incoming that okay, thank goodness. This is why I didn't go into Giratina predicting the Ice Beam. I'm like, no, I know he might Ice Beam, and this is why I didn't want to go into Giratina, because I would just like absolutely obliterate Giratina. Giratina really cannot take special attacks that well. It's mostly, you know, physically bulky. The only thing is now, you know, we've got the low kick issue. The low kick issue. And this is where, I mean, Dialga is kind of gonna have to get sacked off. So I'm just gonna go for the Flash Cannon to kill this thing off. He actually went for the Ice Beam still. Maybe he still predicted me to go into Giratina to resist the low kick. But I thought about that, and then I thought, well, if he goes for a low kick, he's not gonna be taking Life Orb damage anyway, so it's not really gonna progress the battle further at all. So I figured, you know, it's not really worth it. The only problem is that because his Arceus is in the back and I have a Giratina in the back, I just have to go for Flash Cannons here. I have to just go for Flash Cannons, and I can't. Giratina's like dead. I have to like wither it down enough to where Xerneas can kill it. That did like nothing. That, well, I mean, oh, that did enough. That did a lot. I'm enjoying that damage. So I think with this last Flash Cannon, we can seal the deal. Maybe he really thought I was gonna switch out into Giratina or Xerneas. Even the Judgment didn't do that much because Giratina is running Assault Vest and he's special. And nah, I keep calling him Giratina when it's a Dialga, but you guys know what I mean. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this battle. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed, and I'm definitely going to have a battle with my Lugia costume. Probably an Uber's battle with me using Lugia. It's gonna be so fun. Trust me, don't worry about it. As always, seriously, thank you guys so much for just, you know, bearing with me in the whole costume making progress, because that took like a whole month of me making that costume. Literally a whole month. So I love you guys. You guys get my hearts. All of my hearts, which I feel like I haven't given to you guys in forever, so you guys get my hearts and my love and everything, and I really hope that you guys have a wonderful day, and bye. Make sure to check out Kevin's channel. It will be in the description. He uploads VGC content, and I think currently he's doing some UU stuff on his channel as well, so feel free to check out his channel, and as always, I love you guys very much, and have a nice day, and bye.